No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Best fighter of the world is Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford is the best fighter on the planet. Pound for pound, he's that dude. In this four-belt era, he is now the undisputed world champion, 3 times over.
Terence Crawford has cemented his legacy as one of the greatest pound-for-pound boxers of his time. But these are the fights that shocked the boxing world as Terence Crawford destroyed these fighters in the ring. On June 9th, 2018, Terence Crawford stepped in the ring with Jeff Horn at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Originally, the fight was set for April 14th, but Crawford suffered a deep bone bruise on his right hand. Jeff and his trainer weren't too happy about this. On top of that, there was controversy over Crawford's choice of Everlast MX gloves, which are padded with horsehair instead of traditional foam.
I think neither of us. I think whoever gets hit it's gonna benefit because, or not gonna benefit because the person getting hit is gonna get hurt.
Better yet, Horn missed the 147-pound limit by 1 pound, and his team even accused Top Rank of miscalibrating the scales. Crawford had his own problems with Horn though, as he accused him of foul tactics in his previous fights such as headbutting and elbowing. All of this built up to the fight that would make Crawford a 3-division world champion with the WBO welterweight title.
And the Horn camp wants to be able to get work done on the inside.
There you go. You see right there, right out the gate, Terence is controlling distance. Every time Horn steps in, he gets out just far enough, and he tries to counter just like there.
Getting after it pretty early here.
See that darting in shit. Gotta stop this from darting in.
That's a good plan. It's a check hook because Horn lunges in just like that with his head.
Oh, Horn comes in with a right hand that lands flush on Crawford.
And that you saw Horn drop low like he was going to the body and loop a looping right hand and caught Crawford backing out.
Comes back in and there's Crawford that does check that right hand hook from that southpaw position. It's also noticeable, especially compared to last summer, Tim, and we understand the weight issue yesterday on the scale for Jeff Horn. His body has changed. He's far more muscular and cut up than the Jeff Horn that defeated Manny Pacquiao.
Horn just doesn't attack straight on. He does every now and then, but he gives you a lot of movement in front. Different looks. See him switching up, going to the outside. That's what Horn is pretty good at, disguising his attacks. Well, it's funny. He was being bullied. Now he's trying to be the bully in the ring.
I don't know if that's
ironic.
Irony or destiny.
Pretty good looking opening rounds here and good exchange there as Crawford able to land. Round number 2.
Here's Horn coming in, trying to land the right hand.
And there was that opportunity for that right hook
Watch your head,
as Horn came charging in.
The way you beat a softball, you got to land that right hand. It's kryptonite to a softball. Straight right hand, looping right hand. Change the trajectory on it, go down to the body, to the head, loop the shot sometimes. Terence still having a hard time finding that rhythm. See, he can't even land that jab right now. And every time Horn steps in, he likes to body up with you, throw you off balance. Don't allow you to let your combinations or your counters go.
Left hand to the body from Crawford. Shot that last round from Bud Crawford. That was the signature punch of that second round.
Great, that's how you weaken a stronger guy. Or a bigger guy like Horn.
Undoubtedly a bigger guy. Naturally the bigger man. Not the better athlete, not the more skilled fighter. Thus the left hand that landed moments ago with the reaction time of Crawford.
Later on in the fight.
We're listening to Glenn Rushton.
There are holes and opportunities. He can't get greedy though. Horn will fire back at him.
There's Horn trying to get to work on that belt line on the inside. Robert Byrd's going to earn his paycheck tonight, that's for sure, the referee. Trying to come with a left uppercut as Horn came forward. End of 2 in our world title fight. Been so many feature stories done on him. The book on Jeff Horn, major motion picture coming out. All that centering on the relationship of trainer to fighter. That time he came forward and Bud nailed him.
Right hook.
Charging in with a right hand, and now they exchange in the middle of the ring.
With another look at it right here. Terence following him out.
Bud, more the aggressor that time, doubling up the jab, trying to come with a straight left hand. Horn fires back. Good stuff here.
Now Terence sees the opportunity that once he counters, Horn steps back with his hands down to try to reset. And he's following him out with combinations at times.
I am bigger, I am stronger, I am in my prime.
There is Miss Deborah, Bud Crawford's mother. Outstanding feature story on ESPN.com. The dynamic relationship between Deborah and her son, and all that Bud Crawford overcame to arrive to this mountaintop of a career.
With straight punches.
Horn willing to still come through the front door. Makes it fun, doesn't it? Snapping that jab is Crawford off the right hip.
Horn got cut in training camp last time, sparring with headgear.
That was 3 weeks prior to his December title defense. Just falling forward that time. Defensive flaw. Crawford couldn't take advantage, but a left hand hits the mark. And now a pop jab. And a good left-handed combination from the American.
Well, you know who's more fundamentally sound is Terence Crawford. He's making Horn pay for all his mistakes, dropping his hands, moving out at distance, close distance, close range.
Excellent round from Bud Crawford.
And you see the swelling already over the right eye.
You got some blood over the right eye.
They put a grease on that brow of the right eye of Jeff Horn. Round number 4 for the welterweight championship. We noted that earlier in our tail of the tape. If there is one stat you look at with Bud Crawford, it's his accuracy of power punches. He's dynamic with it.
As the fight go on, fighters weaken. And those are your opportunities when you land shots that you were landing earlier. Guess what? They hurt a lot more.
Let him go, Jeff, let him go.
Later on in the fight.
I mean, there's nothing that Horn is doing here that's going to slow down Bud Crawford later in the fight. He's not working the body. And if you look at his back, he's a welterweight.
Broad and muscular. He also has reach just beyond his measurable height. Another good lead left hand from the Nebraskan. And he looks confident right now.
He'll be slow and steady.
And now it is Bud Crawford and Vasily Lomachenko who vie for that title to be called the world's best. Tonight would be a crowning achievement to become a 3-division champion if Crawford keeps up like this. Good start to round number 5.
Crawford's sharp right now, just sharp shooting. From the outside, he wants to stay right in front of him. Blocking counter, blocking counter. Capitalize on all the mistakes Horn is doing. Horn is not even using his jab, guys, to get in. He's comfortable, he's in control. He knows his range now.
Jeff Horn's breathing heavy.
Horn said, I'll test his soul. I think it's quite the opposite. I think that Crawford is testing Horn's soul.
He's pushing him around. You can see that redness above the right eye as he sends back Horn. Crawford's in control here in round 5.
You okay? All right, let's go.
There was so much talk from the Horn camp. Some of it bothering Bud Crawford, saying it's just stupid. It's silly what's being said. That's exactly what happened in the 10th round against Manny Pacquiao when he was almost TKO'd in the 9th.
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes you can tell your fighter to go into harm's way, and guess what? You put him in danger zone.
I thought Pacquiao in the Horn fight came up against the limits of his size and his age. Right now, Horn is coming up, at least against Crawford, the limits of his talent. Horn can do one thing.
And that's come forward.
And he's paying a price for it now.
He's trying. I mean, he's giving his best foot forward.
Rushton says you just got to land a few shots. It's a lot easier said than done, even on the inside.
Good uppercut that time from Bud Crawford. The left hand landed. Good body shot as well. Remember, he scored his undisputed championship with a body shot knockout of Julius Ndongo.
You want to be in the middle of the ring? Okay, I'm good there.
I told y'all it was like fighting the Black Panther in there. No, he was no joke when I sparred him. Now he's going downstairs.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt.
They need to will something to happen.
Yes.
They need that miracle. They need to find that magic that they found somehow late against Pacquiao. But this isn't Manny Pacquiao in the autumn of his career. This is a prime Bud Crawford.
They need Terence to make a mistake. See, everything is all set up by the jab from Crawford.
Lead left hand from Crawford, and you just don't see Jeff Horn with that desire to come downhill every attempt as he did in rounds 1. As he has placed left hands all night long. Now orthodox is Bud Crawford. There is the left hook, and this is where he can be most dangerous, Mark.
You good?
From that right hand stance now. That right hand's his power punch. That left hook is deadly. There it is as it backs up Jeff Horn. And now back to southpaw.
Occasionally, Crawford will see him lay on that left side.
Punching between punches and a flush left hand, and here comes Bud on the attack. Half minute to go in round 8. Can he finish him? Strafing shots to the head. Horn is hurt. Body shot lands with the right hand as well. Off balance is the Aussie.
Got 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Oh, nearly floored him there on the bell of a dominating 8th round by Bud. Two-division world champion Bud Crawford against the welterweight champion Jeff Horn. Will he soon be a 3-division champion?
With a round like that in evidence, if you're Glenn Rushton and you love your fighter, how long do you let this thing go on?
Punch and get out.
You never know when you're going to cash a lottery ticket too in this game.
That's the beauty about boxing. Only takes one punch.
He has been thoroughly dominated. He has been hurt. He has been outclassed, but all it takes is one go of it. And he's still coming forward.
He knows that he doesn't have the power on his punches like he did early in the fight. So now he's stepping to him and he's making him pay every chance he gets. Terence is sharpshooting right now.
Big left hand, right hook, uppercut, sends him back. Another left hand and a knockdown score.
7, 8.
He is tough for anybody in the welterweight division.
We have been blessed on ESPN to watch Vasily Lomachenko. You just saw Bud Crawford. Who's the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world? 40 seconds to go here in round number 9. Let's see what Crawford does with it. Here he comes. Backs him up with a left hand again. Horns in the corner. Uppercut lands. Crawford on the attack. That's it. It's over. It's over. We celebrated an undefeated Triple Count winner in New York today, and now a Triple Division world champ here in Vegas. Bud Crawford on top of the world. Just awesome right now. Let's make it official. They are ready to party here in Vegas for the kid from the US of A.
On October 13th, 2018, at the CHI Health Center in Omaha, Nebraska, Terence Crawford defended his WBO welterweight title against Jose Benavidez Jr. Even during the official weigh-in event, Benavidez shoved Crawford during the final face-off, and Terence swung back at him with a right haymaker that narrowly missed his face. Crawford's camp believed that they could exploit permanent leg issues that Jose had after he survived a shooting in 2016 while in Phoenix.
He wants Crawford to come forward and attack.
Crawford giving him a smile and a little nod of the head when he went with that jab to the body. Tim, you like the early work with that jab of Benavidez.
He's going to have to out-jab Terence Crawford.
And then Crawford sitting on top with that now southpaw right jab as he comes in with a straight left to the body that scores here. We're going to take just one short break here and then back to Crawford and Benavidez. Stick around.
There he is.
And there he goes to the body. It was a left hand to the body from Crawford.
He can concentrate for 36 minutes and figure it out in there.
Good exchange.
He says Terence Crawford ducked him. I don't find any evidence of that. But in boxing, the imagined slights are usually more important than the real ones.
Jab going from there. There's another body shot that got around the left arm of Benavidez.
But Crawford stepping in behind the jab. You see the peekaboo defense there, even though. Because Benavidez, like I said, is a great counterpuncher. He has a good right hand.
Doubles up the right hand that time, does Crawford. There he works his way to the inside and included yet another body punch.
And here it is again. When you put that peekaboo defense up with those hands up.
The right knee is the knee that was shot. A bullet went through the femoral artery. It fractured the bone.
From Bud Crawford, who has had so much success going to the body in this round, taking control here. One of the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. That's Terence Bud Crawford, trained by Brian McIntyre, a.k.a. Bomac, who's with Bernardo. And you said, watch out for that right hand. Tried to go to the body there, Bud went up top. Now he comes sweeping across that belt line and came up short.
And he's looking to just create things, different angles by switching southpaw.
I got news for you, fellas.
Sure did. And not running makes a good night for you, the viewer, and these fans here. And by the way, in terms of the way the crowd reacts, they very much knew what they were getting themselves into, so much so to the point that Jose Jr. said, hey, this fight's not going a distance. I can't let that happen here in his hometown.
A little politicking by Jose Sr. there.
And use a little bit more angles and confuse Benavidez.
A guy who sits number one atop so many pound-for-pound fighter in the world list. The guy who was number one pound-for-pound retired.
This is more than most people imagine from Jose Benavidez, but it's not more.
He'll use that jab occasionally, but he'll wait on you and he'll fire some combinations back at you. Great counterpuncher. And he has good speed.
As a fighter, was based on those sparring sessions. He's never been in with anyone like that, except for when he was a kid.
Like the champ said, he's catching Crawford on the way out. Crawford had a tendency of doing so, getting off and coming right back.
By Crawford that spiked this crowd here. You saw him double up that left hand. Now he gets right into the kitchen of Benavidez. And he let him go again. Three-punch combination and another right hand to the body from Bud Crawford. As Ward has it 58-56 for Crawford.
Crawford right now controlling the outside. That's why he's able to land these shots. It's like the movement of Crawford has Benavidez standing still.
I think that Crawford's fighting a little up.
Bernardo has been monitoring both corners. What can you tell us, Bernie?
I see Benavidez breathing hard, and I think Bud is in a great place.
He came in, and Bud came at him. From Bud Crawford, Tim.
There it is. Crawford right here, making a miss, making a pay short. Left hand right there. Now Benavidez is willing to cover up right in front of Terence Crawford. That's a huge mistake.
He's tired.
He is tired.
Moments ago, round 8. Is this the start of where Crawford takes control?
Willingness to attack from Benavidez that I did earlier in the fight.
Covering up like that doesn't work out so well. You know who else notices it? The guy opposite him. Crawford, three-punch exchange, including a left hand that splits the guard of Benavidez.
And of course,
Crawford comes in, left hand, right to the body. Good exchange to close out the 8.
Concession that the way to win this fight, in answer to Joe's question, is that right hand coming in.
Andre Ward with an even 6th round, but still Crawford up 78-74. Many ringside have it 5 rounds to 3. Crawford.
Look at the beautiful work by Crawford, changing levels, going downstairs to be able to land some combinations up top like that. Right hook right there. Look at the feet. How he just got out of range right there. Angles out right there. Terence Crawford.
He made the point before, that jab looks good when he throws it right above the knee, walking his dog. Actually, it was a cat, too. It was an exotic $10,000 cat at midnight in Phoenix. Someone targeted him, and he knows it.
Benavidez attack. He's standing right in front of Terence Crawford right now, not really using his jab. I want to see Terence Crawford turn it up a little bit more on Benavidez. He's there to be hit. Nice stinging body shot right there from Crawford. This is exactly what Crawford needs to do. He needs to stay close, work the body, block and counter.
Benavidez with an offensive output. Crawford comes right back. Short left hook from Benavidez. Benavidez a little more willing here in round number 10. And Crawford always that way. World champion, pound for pound elite. In 6 minutes for Benavidez to try to find the answer. Look at the power punches now. Crawford comes into this round having landed 100 of 238 thrown.
You talked before about Crawford basically torturing guys who've antagonized him.
Maybe looking at a go-for-broke 12th round from the undefeated challenger as Crawford brings it a little bit.
There it is again.
Sent off balance.
Check hook.
He's got to sell out right now.
Got to risk everything, right, Tim?
Got to go for it. And he is. He's trying. He's trying to stop Terence and put combinations together to the head and body.
But where is that body shot we saw in the 4th round? Sitting on the ropes and shaking his head is not how he wants to end this fight, however.
Oh! Crawford gets him! My, oh my! What a shot! Half a minute!
I believe Terence lands an uppercut. A right uppercut, a punch he never threw.
Let's see how he goes about it. Best in the world. At home. Is he the finisher they all expect him to be? He is. What a huge right hand, and he has done it.
The whole fight, short uppercut. Then he follows up to finish him with a right hook. Benavidez.
After the fight, Crawford stood by his vow to not shake Benavidez's hand, and he walked away from the fight, knowing that he shut up a lot of haters and doubters. On April 20th, 2019, at Madison Square Garden, Amir Khan took a chance and jumped in the ring with Terence Crawford. Originally, Amir was set to potentially fight Kell Brook, which was seen as an easier and more lucrative clash as he already had an existing rivalry with the fighter. Khan was known for having legendary hand speed, but Crawford wasn't worried about it one bit, and he claimed that other fighters he had faced were faster, such as Benavidez Jr. and Yuriorkis Gamboa. Khan knew that this was near to his final stages of his career, and he needed a grand upset to quiet the critics who questioned his chin and durability.
Crawford, because once Crawford starts getting his jab landing, then he's able to set up his combinations.
Oh, he scores a knockdown! Bud Crawford with a first-round knockdown! We have early drama here at MSG. Crawford, another right hand! And Khan is wobbly again! Trying to stay up! End of one! Wow! We will see when that next right hand lands. There's a body shot with the left hand from Crawford.
Yeah, I don't think he's recovered. I think he's slowly recovering.
There's a lead right hand from Crawford, and he comes with another sweeping punch as it backs up Khan.
There it is.
The buzz fighter among the younger generation, now 13-0 with 11 knockouts scored. A knockout in the 5th against former title challenger Edis Tatley. What a night it's already been.
All set up by the body punches from Crawford.
Gets the body, goes upstairs, says that was low, does Khan. Crawford really doesn't care. He's on the attack.
And that right hook, that's the shot that Crawford's trying to
good body shot by Crawford.
Trying to set the right hook up.
Goes to the body again, and then doubles it up with the left hand and goes upstairs as he's back to an orthodox stance now and clubs with the right hand, sweeps across the belt line, looks for glory, lands a left to the body. Bud come forward.
Watch the sweeping backhand of Terence Crawford. He's setting it up.
There it is. And there's a looping right as well. Now southpaw. Can he give an angle? Three-punch combination. Give him credit. He was down in the first round. He's trying to hang in there. Oh, big left hand from Crawford. Uppercut, right hook, switching back and forth from righty to lefty and having success. This is what Crawford loves. He loves finding the solution and inflicting pain.
Crawford trying to drop that right hand, man. He's trying to catch Amir in between his shots. Just like that.
Did you see the transition right there where he stepped back? I think it's low blow.
This fight's being stopped because of that.
Wait, what?
No, we got more than 4 rounds of books.
Come on now.
The fight's ending was considered a great controversy as Amir's corner didn't let him finish the 5-minute recovery period before throwing the towel in, and Crawford immediately accused Khan of being a quitter. On November 14th, 2020, at the MGM Grand Conference Center in Las Vegas, Kell Brook took on Crawford to take the WBO welterweight title. Before the fight, promoter Bob Arum even added fuel to the fire by comparing Brook to Terence's previous opponent, Amir Khan, by labeling him a chicken and claiming that Brook would give Terence a good fight without quitting. On the other hand, critics and fans weren't convinced that Brook would be good enough to fight Terence, as they called Brook a fading force and damaged goods. Brook had suffered brutal knockout losses to Errol Spence Jr. and Gennady Golovkin, where he suffered broken orbital bones during both fights. At the same time, Crawford was dealing with a public rift between himself and top-rank promoter Bob Arum, due to Bob claiming he could build a house in Beverly Hills with the money he lost promoting Crawford's fights. This fight also took place during the pandemic, which led to it happening in a studio-type environment without any fans, and Crawford's team was initially resistant to taking the fight due to losing a live gate and the implications that would mean financially.
He has finished guys, whether it is orthodox or southpaw, but in recent years we have seen plenty of Crawford, mostly in the southpaw stance, and wildly effective in doing so.
Brook has a brilliant 1-2. It's automatic. It's his favorite combination, but his jab right now is landing.
He just scored with it accurately upstairs against Crawford. Crawford looking to close that gap as he goes southpaw for a moment, doubles up the right-hand jab, and then comes with a left. Good exchange here as he switches back to righty. Size across the shoulders, across the back. Look at the muscles popping in the upper body of Kell Brook, and the base he has as well, that foundation with the legs. Fought at this 147-pound limit. He was fighting brilliantly, and then Spence got to him with the power and scored an 11th round TKO.
Clean, flush shots.
Right now it's a battle of patience. Neither fighter can afford to make a mistake, and as you see,
what he was doing in the right-handed stance wasn't working.
What do you suspect here, Dre?
I think the latter is true. The right-handed stance wasn't working, and he wants to see if he can get something going from the left-handed stance.
Stop. No.
Engel did not want to travel and then have to quarantine nor come to the United States. So instead, Carlos Formento is the trainer.
Well, when Crawford turns southpaw, he's not even throwing it.
That's what happens. That's what turning southpaw does. But it does allow you to land a right hand like Brook just landed on Crawford right now.
A right hand
hands-free.
can be the best weapon against a southpaw. And
that's how Errol Spence had success against Brook. He closed the distance and started to bully Kell Brook. He started to fight him in close. Brook fought back valiantly, but he really didn't have any answers for that.
I see some swelling already on the right eye of Terence Crawford, in the right hand, right down the middle that just lands for Kell Brook.
And there's a right hand from Crawford.
Crawford has to continue to get his lead foot outside the lead foot of Brook to have success with his offense. That will put him in a safe position to let his combinations go. Beautiful right hand.
And the champ gets to him.
Get over here.
Just like that.
Get over here.
Terence Bud Crawford hits the
6,
gas.
7, 8.
Like a right hook, right on the money, right on the button. And you see the legs right there of Brook as he wobbled back to that corner. Nice finish up right here, combination from Terence Bud Crawford. You know, sometimes your opponent can do the work for you. As you can see, Kell Brook was moving forward. He shot a jab out there. Crawford timed it over the top with a nice, short, I would say jab, hook, jab, hook type.
That's the first knockdown. Remember, the ropes held him up.
Boom. And you know, that shot wasn't even on the chin. That shot was right on the eye, and it had that type of effect on Kell Brook. That shows you what type of devastating punching power Terence Bud Crawford possesses.
One of the best closers in the game. 27 knockouts in his career. Do we have 28 right here?
This fight is also
thundering in. Look at Crawford. Vicious attack to close it.
No.
And he stares him down.
Okay. No.
With his family here, his wife Isha gets that look in his eyes.
At this point, the fight was as good as done because Terence Crawford is one of the best finishers in the game. You can't be hurt like that against Crawford, especially knowing that he had a slow start. He wants to come in here and prove a point and remind everybody why he's atop that list, and that's how you do it. Once again, to your point, Tim, it's not a 3 or 4 round fight. It's a 12-round fight or less. And I wanted to see the reaction from Kell Brook once Terence Crawford landed a clean shot.
On November 20th, 2021, at the Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas, Terence Crawford made history by being the first opponent to stop Shawn Porter in his career. After dealing with the purse split, Crawford still had to deal with his promoter, Bob Arum, as he wasn't able to secure a fight with Errol Spence. All in all, Arum and Crawford were at each other's throats, and a lawsuit was filed against Arum for racial bias. Crawford and Porter were actually fairly good friends before the fight was announced, but during fight week, the atmosphere turned cold, with neither of them making eye contact during conferences and the face-off.
Porter's fought a lot of different styles, but he's never fought a lot of different styles in one man.
Those are the surprising combinations that Porter is great at doing. Doesn't matter what position he's in, you got to be cautious and be ready every time he comes in.
Sitting right on top of the orthodox fighter. Porter just able to get away from the uppercut. Good exchange on the inside. Good action here in round 2. Crawford lands a right hand.
Heavy exchanges in this round. Porter got his. Crawford got his. That shot right there to the chest may not seem like much, but that hurt. A sweeping left hand from Crawford and a beautiful timed right hook.
To the body to finish off an entertaining second round. So both trainers want guys composed, collected, and sticking to the plan.
And that could be very dangerous against this guy, Terence Crawford.
There it is.
Good eye, Tim.
Ooh. But it's coming.
To the body with the right hand goes Porter. Get that angle where the head comes into play. So there is blood now around the right eye of Shawn Porter. That is not a knockdown. And Porter went falling down. And then the end of the round.
Beautiful, surprising hook right there from Porter.
Coming into this fight, Porter's been cut 11 times. The majority of those cuts have come on the right eye, so there's a lot of scar tissue there. Not surprised that his eye has opened up this early.
It's very noticeable when you're with him. Looks like railroad tracks when you talk to him around that right eye, and now there's blood coming from it.
This is the urgency that I was talking about that Shawn Porter.
Good left hand from Crawford.
Good shot right there to the body. But you see Crawford is not thinking about boxing. He's thinking about fighting.
And then very accurate with the right hand as well. Puts him off balance again, right to the chest.
What Crawford is having issues with right now is the sneak attacks from Shawn Porter. They're so explosive and so fast.
Lunging with the right hand, he gets out of the way, and all of a sudden Porter goes face first into the neutral corner.
Cuff right there from Terence Crawford, just turning Porter. The Cubans are known for doing that. That's a Cuban move right there. Turning, cupping the head there, pushing the guy in the corner. But why did he do it?
Short left hand from Crawford as Porter comes out of that position.
Double right hand right there from Porter, sneaks in.
Kenny, his father, saying, Shawn, go left, go left. Right now he's circling right, and that is right into the range and the track of the backhand, the power hand of Terence Crawford. Let's look at Andre Ward's card through 4 rounds, 39-37 Porter. Now at range, trying to place that left hand right to the body. He does a few times. And then goes on the attack to close out the round, does Terence Bud Crawford. Hey, you're letting him come up and just touch you at times. It may not matter to you. You're not being affected, but it matters to the judges. That's exactly what his trainer told him.
Not only the judges, but it's allowing Porter to get into a rhythm, to gain confidence. And it's forcing Bud to press because he knows he's behind, at least on my scorecard.
Look at this from Bud
possibly the official scorecard.
Early on in round 6, as you see the head movement from Porter, but not able to dodge all of it.
Here comes
Porter now comes in. Back and forth they go.
Shawn Porter.
Ooh, good body shot right there, sneak.
He has been able to get that left hand to the body.
And Shawn Porter's asking those questions of Terence Crawford tonight. It's a great opportunity for him to answer.
Touch, then power from Crawford. Wide swinging right hand from Porter off the mark. Attempt at the uppercuts from Crawford. Infighting from Porter.
With the opposite end.
Bud is landing, but Porter's taking the play. It's war for Shawn Porter. It's the art of war. Sneak attacks. It's fighting. It's boxing. It's going away when you want me to come forward. It's a little bit of everything that we're seeing right now from Shawn Porter. Crawford has more glaring answers or more glaring questions to answer now than he did before the fight started.
See, the difference is that when he lands these shots on anybody else.
Porter landed that right hand in the 7th round.
Ooh.
And as we come to the bell, an opportunity to check in with Mark Kriegel and Max Kellerman. Total punches fairly even. Crawford with a slight edge now, 64-60. Good combination. He catches him coming in. 2-punch combination by Crawford. And so good countering both off the back foot, off the front foot. And now sharpshooting to the head is Crawford. Good start to round number 8 for the champ.
Porter coming in behind the jab.
I don't understand what a swing round is, meaning it literally could go either way.
And it happens often at this level, Trey, right? At this elite level.
Those little shots right there from Shawn Porter are bothersome. And if they hit you right, they can hurt.
Yeah, but again.
Ooh. Just missing with the left hand as Porter came in.
Various right hands. Porter's doing exactly what his father told him. Ooh, that body shot right there.
Wow. Oh, what a good thought from Crawford. Porter with a couple of right hands. Crawford comes back with a left to the body as he has done a few times. Goes with it again.
That's been missing from Crawford, the jab. He hasn't been on his jab.
He's only landed 21% to this point. He found it in the last round. There's a double jab from Crawford. Left hand to the body again and again. Lead left hand from Crawford.
Porter resorting back to his own ways, lunging forward, coming behind the jab, lunging forward, put his head down, boom. Crawford meets him with a nice short uppercut on the inside.
As Porter keeps taking those steps forward.
Ooh.
Going underneath with the left hand to the body. Body work in that last round and the short uppercut that we showed. There are the body punches. 28, and there is the knockdown scored in round 10 by the champ.
Told you Shawn Porter makes too many mistakes lunging forward like that. Boom, hit with an uppercut. Terence stepped right to the side. Created an angle for himself. Avoided those punches. Step back. Double step back. There you go.
And then the end of the fight. Seeing what could be behind that jab. There's a combination. There's a lead left hand. Looks good on his feet, but not coming forward and firing at Crawford for the moment. There's the overhand right. And another combination. Beautiful work by Crawford. Magnificent accuracy by the champ. He does damage. Kenny's on the apron, and he's stopping the fight. His father says it's over. Terence Crawford has just stopped Shawn Porter. And watch this combination, Dre.
Well, you see Crawford doing what he does best, finish. He got that right hook in there. Not a shot he really landed thus far up until this point. It's a heavy, heavy shot for any fighter to take, especially this late in the fight. Here we see a half step back. Boom, that's his signature shot that Terence lands. He missed that, but he came back with the right hook, and it landed flush. Down goes Shawn Porter, and I think Kenny Porter stopped the fight, not necessarily because of what happened, but what was to come. Terence Crawford is the best finisher in the game, and he knew that it wasn't going to get any better for Shawn Porter, especially if Shawn wasn't himself and was dazed in the head and tried to keep off a guy like Terence Crawford.
Hey, you wanted to do, yes. Step back a little. Give me a glove. Give me a glove. Give me a glove.
Kenny was already up on the apron.
It turns out that Shawn had already decided to retire after this fight as he didn't want to become the gatekeeper for the division. Comment one of Terence Crawford's greatest knockout victories and like and subscribe for more. Goodbye.